The era of Leave It to Beaver, I Love Lucy, and Father Knows Best is in the rear-view mirror. The city-suburb landscape of the 1950s looks and feels almost nothing like today's urban, suburban, ex-urban metro areas. America has become a metropolitan nation.
Today, more than 4 out of every 5 Americans live in metropolitan areas, and more than 85% of America's jobs are there. From major metro areas like New York, Chicago, and Los Angeles, to smaller places like Memphis and Charleston, these places drive the American economy.
This is Metropolitan America.
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 Enormous changes have transformed our country. Now a majority of low-income Americans and most of our immigrants live in the suburbs. More single people than families with kids call the suburbs home. The location of jobs has changed as well. More than half of the nation's jobs are located 10 miles or more from the urban core. But city downtowns remain a vital part of metropolitan economies, as many downtowns have become 24/7 hubs of activity, with entertainment, housing, and retail.
Metropolitan areas are vital to national prosperity because they're engines of the economy. So much of what happens in America happens in metropolitan areas. This is where you have a concentration of people, of assets, of resources, of history and services.
From primary education to job training, from work to retail shops to recreation, from arts to culture, the broader metropolitan areas are central to our lives.
It's where America really comes to play, live, and work.
Firms and workers look for key assets when they decide whether to stay or relocate. Volkswagen just moved their U.S. headquarters to Herndon, Virginia, in the Washington, D.C. metro area. High-quality schools, a skilled workforce, and connectedness to the global marketplace were deciding factors in the move. Our economy, our individual opportunities, and our quality of life all depend on the health of our metro areas. From east to west, north to south, all across America, our metro areas face similar challenges and opportunities.
Managing rapid growth.
Improving infrastructure and mass transit.
Excellent schools so our kids can compete.
Preserving our environment and quality of life.
Replacing lost manufacturing jobs with a knowledge-based economy that fosters innovation.
Leaders in metro areas strive to serve people of all incomes, providing them opportunities, no matter where they live.
I'm president of a center for low-income working families with children. We just opened a new center in an outlying suburb so we can continue to provide services for working families and even immigrants. This is the 4th time in 68 years we've moved further and further out into the suburbs so we can continue to provide services to families in the neighborhoods where they live.
Innovative leaders also work together to meet the challenges that enable their residents to prosper.
I may be the mayor of Denver, but I realize how vitally important our whole metro area is to our future. And whether you're talking about transportation or housing or economic development, we can always accomplish so much more by working together than we ever can separately. This community came together, 8 counties, 36 jurisdictions, all supported our massive initiative to create an integrated transit system, the most ambitious in the history of the country, and every single municipality supported it. By working together, we're going to create something that we could have never done if it was just Denver by itself.
Many of the counties within the Chicago metro area were once almost entirely rural. Now those counties are struggling to accommodate new homes, new schools, new jobs, new infrastructure, all while preserving quality of life. Together with state and federal leaders and neighboring jurisdictions, we can meet our common challenges.
You're going to have competition coming from China, from India. You're going to have to deal with the inefficiencies of a number of our systems in the United States. Healthcare, as for instance, infrastructure, where bridges are crashing. There's so much to be done. We've got the resources to do it. The areas that do that well are going to be the attractive magnets that invites direct investment, whether U.S. investment or foreign investment.
In the 21st century, the economies are going to be focused in the metropolitan areas of America. The 2008 election is a chance for us to have a conversation as a nation about what drives that economy and how the United States is going to be successful competitively in a global economy.
We are a different nation. Nearly all states have become majority metropolitan over the last 50 years. Even in Iowa, 55% of people live in a city or suburb. The larger states are even more solidly metropolitan. Florida's population is nearly 94% metro. Ohio is 81%.
I live.
I live. I live. I work.
I go to school.
I go to the game.
I am metropolitan.
I am metropolitan.
I am metropolitan. I am metropolitan.
I am metropolitan.
I am metropolitan.
We are a metropolitan nation, and that's why we at the Brookings Institution are so excited about our new blueprint for American prosperity. With a series of solutions to the critical problems facing metro areas, we'll emphasize federal-local partnerships and work closely with businesses and entrepreneurs to unleash the potential of a metro nation.
Every metro area in the country, no matter how big or small, has an opportunity to thrive. And they must, because America's future depends on it. This should not be us versus them, cities versus suburbs, urban versus rural, divided by politics or by ideology. America does best when we come together to seize the opportunities and to solve problems. We are convinced that working together, we will thrive as a metropolitan nation.